Okay, so let's take a look at how to actually use the tips that I'm giving you in this course in your daily schedule, which you can make weekly, monthly, and so on. Okay, so on the board here, I have continuation of the productivity, but specifically, how do you arrange the tips in the day so that you get more productivity and you feel better? So this is my example of what I have done. Okay, so the first one here, this is going back to June 2019. This is the example of what my day looked like on regular basis. Now, not all days look like this, but I would say about 5 days of the week were like this. Okay, so I was exercising in the morning with my at-home workouts for 15 minutes using the P90X3. Okay, so that's the tip number one, to increase the amount of neurotransmitters. Okay, then tip number three is to take a herbal supplement, and I was taking Stress Care, okay, which is my favorite. Okay, now this one was to increase. This one, it kind of balances out. It kind of doesn't decrease, doesn't increase, kind of freezes your brain so you don't overreact. Okay, that's why I have an arrow here going back and forth. To neutralize means neutralize. So then also I was doing face loading, okay, which is tip number 8, refocusing your mind. Okay, so refocusing your mind, when I was talking about it, you can use it mentally inside your head, but you can also use the face loading here it's basically it's like a variant of refocusing. That's what it is. Okay, so and then also I was doing and still doing the nature walks in the park for 10 minutes. Okay, I was eating food, and then also during work, because I spend most of my day at the work, I was using again the wallet cards. So I know I showed this before, but I'll show you again. See if I can get my wallet out here. So the wallet cards I keep in my wallet, and so here they are. Okay, I showed this before. Let me just. Okay, so there's a couple of them. Now, wallet cards are basically miniature versions of the loading cards that you use in the face loading. And again, you write on them what you want, what's going to make you feel better, what's going to refocus your mind. Okay, so that's what I was using. Tip number 8 again, during the work, maybe every 2 hours, I was going to the washroom and I was reading the cards to refocus my mind. And the reason is because after work, I wanted to come and be productive and keep my mind more focused, because the work was taking my mind away. Okay, so here, when I came to work after work, when I came home, I was trying to be productive and work on my major purpose or my goal, which was either updating this course, okay, or planning out my future YouTube videos, or updating my website, and so on. And this is actually tip number 4, which is finding small or big purpose. Okay, and then while I was doing this, because it's easy to get distracted when you're kind of tired and you're still trying to do something, I was using the tip number 7, which is blocking social media and unwanted websites. Okay, so if you count, I was using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was using 6 different tips, but it says 7 here, but it's supposed to be 6 different tips. Okay, so basically you can use them more than once. As you can see here, I was using loading cards here and here. Also, you can rearrange them the way you want to. Okay, now since June 2019, a number of months have passed, and now in October, actually, my daily schedule has changed. So the big thing that I did is when I was taking the Stress Care, I was taking it on a 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off schedule. Okay, and my goal was to see when I'm on the 2 weeks off to see whether, okay, can I be off of it? Do I actually need it? Okay, so what happened in June is I tried to stay off the stress scare, so I was not taking this after June. So July, August, September was without this herbal supplement, and I found out that I can manage myself very easily, and I did not need it at all, and my body adjusted for that. Okay, so that's why in October you see there is no stress scare here, it's an empty spot. So I have removed, okay, tip number 3 from my own daily schedule because I don't need it. Now, it doesn't mean that I can't use, some herbal supplement in the future, or if I'm stressed out a certain day or I have an event, I can't just, go ahead and take it. I can go ahead and take it if I want to. It's just basically I realized that on daily basis I don't need it anymore. Okay, so in October I up to now I haven't touched it. Okay, now what actually happened was I began trying to adjust my diet more, and the reason for that, I found out that with more vegetables and protein and less carbohydrates, I can kind of get into the intermittent fasting, or fasting in the morning, overnight. And what people were saying is they have more clarity in the mind, they can focus better. Okay, so I was trying this because if you have more clarity in your mind, that means you're increasing the amount of neurotransmitters in your brain. Now, from what I understand, this had to do with the body switching more to ketones instead of using the carbohydrates, the glucose in the brain. And the ketone is a very powerful source. It gives incredible clarity and focus. That's has been researched very well. So I started to test this out to see if I could increase the amount of neurotransmitters. That's why I used to eat before work, okay, to give me a boost before I start work. And now I don't eat before work, okay. I just have lunch at about 11 a.m. or 11:15. Okay, and that's when I have lunch and I actually eat my first meal. And what I found out already is my clarity seems to go and focus seems to increase from the time I wake up all the way up to time I eat. And then they kind of go back to normal. Also, for the starting October, I have decided to join a gym and actually began going to the gym once a week, in addition to continue doing my small workouts at home, because I want to get back into the gym and get more hardcore later on, but I want to get my muscles to get used to it. And plus, if I go once a week on a weekend in the gym, it produces a lot of endorphins because it's a whole body physical exercise that I do on purpose to give me a boost and kind of shock the system. The key, guys, is to adjust when you need to adjust, okay? And if you're fine the way you are, then you just continue doing what you're doing until you get to a point where you kind of stagnate, or what you're doing doesn't work anymore, and then you change again, okay? Because my goal from October onward to be more productive and more efficient specifically, okay, so I can get more stuff done, okay, and have a very clear mind most of the days, that I can have it, okay? So go ahead, guys, and adjust your weeks based on what you feel. And this is, in the beginning of the course, I've mentioned that you can add and you can subtract the tips from your schedule. And this is what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, okay? So go ahead and try this out by adjusting the tips in your schedule, and see what kind of stress reduction / productivity you can get out of your day.